Wow, the sun is bright in my eyes, but I need to wake up. Let's talk about word problems on direct variation. In these problems, you're going to be able to write a proportion, okay? You're going to be able to write the two ratios are equal. Ratios are fractions. So using the information in this problem, we should be able to write something like one fraction on the left-hand side equals another fraction on the right-hand side. Okay? And in these two fractions, you want to have the same type of information on the top of both of them and the same type of information on the bottom. In other words, what I put on the top of both of these should have the same units, and what I put on the bottom of both of them should also have the same unit. So what does the problem tell us? It tells us 630 miles goes with 9 hours, and 490 miles goes with how long? X hours, right? So let's fill in these fractions right here with that information. So the first one I'm going to make is the fraction involving these two, 630 miles and 9 hours. And then the other fraction, we don't know how many hours on the bottom, right? So I'm going to call that X. But we know that the miles is 490. So I'm going to put 490 miles on the top. Okay, great. We've got a proportion, a single equation with a single unknown, and we can solve it for X. The first step I'm going to take, and this is always something you can do when you have an equation with two fractions on both sides, you can flip both sides over. And this would be the same as using the exponent -1 on both sides. It would also be the same as doing 1 divided by both sides. And the word we use for this is reciprocal. So we're going to write the reciprocal of both sides, which is going to be 9 hours divided by 630 miles. And on the right-hand side, the reciprocal will be X divided by 490 miles. Okay, now to get the X by itself, all we need to do is get the 490 miles down here over onto the other side. So how can we do that? What would cancel out the 490? If I multiplied this side by 490 miles, divided by 1 if you like, then the 490 on the top and the bottom cancels out, right? So I also need to multiply the left-hand side by 490 miles. So let's write that. 490 miles times this fraction. Okay, on the right-hand side, those cancel out. On the left-hand side, we have miles on the top and miles on the bottom. So miles, the units miles, are going to cancel out. And our units on the left-hand side now are just hours. So X is going to be equal to 490 times 9 divided by 630 hours, right? Because hours are the only units that we have left here. The miles canceled out. And so that's going to be our answer. We're going to put 490 times 9 over 630 into the calculator. Do that now. 490 times 9 over 630 is 7 hours. All right, check that. Okay. Let's do another problem. Okay, so we've got kilograms and newtons and just kilograms. All right, and our goal is to write a proportion. So we are going to try to get to 2 equal fractions. Let's see. We have 5 kilograms with 40 newtons, so let's put those two in one fraction. And it doesn't matter what you put on the top or the bottom, as long as you do them in the same order on the other side. Okay, so this 7 kilograms, that has to go on the top on this. right? Because we put the 5 on the top over here. And how many newtons go down here? We don't know. That's our unknown. That is the unknown weight in newtons, right? So we're going to write x here. Okay, again, our first step is going to be to write the reciprocal. I want to get that x on the top of its fraction. So I'm going to flip over the fraction on the left-hand side. I'm going to write 40 newtons divided by 5 kilograms. And on the on the right-hand side, I'm going to write x divided by 7 kilograms. Now notice we could have started out like when I wrote this one, I just picked the 5 and I put it on the top. But we could have written the 40 on the top and the 5 kilograms on the bottom, and then on the right-hand side, we would have to put kilograms in the bottom, and so this really could have been our first step. Now, to solve for x, we need to get rid of that 7 kilograms in the denominator. So to do that, we can multiply both sides by 7 kg. I'm going to do 7 kg times the left-hand side as well. Okay, the 7 kilograms cancel out on the right, and on the left, the units of kilograms cancel out. And our units that we have left are newtons. So our answer is going to be in units of newtons, and that checks out, right? That's what they want. Okay, so our answer is going to be the result of 7 times 40 divided by 5. Maybe we don't need the calculator for this. What's 40 divided by 5? It's 8, right? And what's 7 times 8? Remember 5, 6, 7, 8? 7 times 8 is 56. So our answer is 56 newtons. Let's check it out. Okay, we'll do one more problem. All right, we've got another one. Oh, this one's different. We've got newtons and meters per second squared. Okay, let's set up two fractions. And for one of them, it says for one object, 60 newtons goes with 10 meters per second squared. So I'm going to put 60 newtons and 10 meters per second squared in one fraction. In the other one, they tell us 24 newtons, and we don't know the acceleration. So we're going to put 24 newtons right here, and this is our unknown x. All right, again, let's start by flipping over both sides. So on the left-hand side, we should write 10 meters per second squared over 60 newtons. And on the right-hand side, we're going to write x over 24 newtons. Okay. Now, to get the x by itself, to get rid of this 24n, we can multiply both sides by 24n. Because then these are going to cancel out. And on the left-hand side, our units of newtons are going to cancel out. And so our final answer is going to be in units of meters per second squared. And that's good, right? That's what they want. So our answer is going to be 24 times 10 divided by 60. Again, I don't think we need the calculator for that. 24 times 10 divided by 60. We can do this. Okay, the 0 can cancel out, right? So this is 24 times 1 over 6, which is 24 over 6. What's 24 divided by 6? 4, right? Okay, so I think our answer should be 4 meters per second squared. Let's make sure that's right. 4 meters per second squared. Good deal. All right, I hope that was helpful for you.